Hi everyone, welcome to MindBlend. Do you ever feel like you're not as confident as you could be? Confidence is that magical spark that fuels so many aspects of our lives, from the way we communicate to the risks we're willing to take. It shapes how we view ourselves and how others perceive us. However, lurking in the day-to-day are some seemingly harmless habits that can significantly undermine this precious resource. Today we're diving into the subtle yet impactful ways that certain habits can chip away at your self-assurance. We're talking about those common behaviors that you might not even realize are holding you back. Imagine going through your daily routine only to find out that the very things you do without a second thought are the culprits behind your dwindling confidence. It's like having a slow leak in a tire. You might not notice it at first, but over time, it can cause a flat. That's right, we're going to explore the top 10 bad habits that destroy confidence. From the traps of overthinking to the pitfalls of negative self-talk, each one has the potential to pull you back from being your best self. Identifying these habits is the first step towards reclaiming your confidence and taking control of your life's steering wheel. So buckle up as we prepare to embark on this enlightening journey together. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video for more insightful content. First on our list is overthinking. A common trap that can significantly dent your confidence is the habit of overthinking. This usually leads to a whirlwind of self-doubt and what's often referred to as paralysis by analysis. When you overthink, you're essentially allowing your mind to dwell on the negatives and all the things that could go wrong, rather than focusing on action and progress. So how can one combat this relentless overthinking? Start by setting clear decision-making timelines. Give yourself a specific time limit to make a decision. This could be as simple as 30 minutes for small decisions or a couple of days for more significant ones. By doing this, you force your mind to focus on the most critical factors and make a decision before the self-doubt creeps in. Another effective strategy is to practice mindfulness or engage in physical activity, both of which can help clear your mind and reduce tendencies to overthink. Remember, not every decision requires days of contemplation. Next up is perfectionism. In the pursuit of flawless results, many fall into the trap of perfectionism. This relentless quest often leads not to exceptional achievement, but to a paralyzing fear of failure and chronic procrastination. Why? Because when you set impossibly high standards, every task becomes a monster to defeat, and every minor flaw feels like a catastrophic failure. Consider this. Every successful person you know has made countless mistakes. The difference? They see these mistakes not as failures, but as invaluable steps in the learning process. Embracing imperfection isn't about lowering standards, but about realistically assessing one's abilities and limits. It's about understanding that the path to excellence is iterative, full of trials and errors. So if you find yourself obsessing over every detail, remember that you're sabotaging not just your productivity, but also your learning and growth. Instead, focus on improvement. Celebrate the small victories along your journey. Aim for progress, not perfection. Another confidence killer is comparing yourself to others. It's a trap that can diminish your self-worth and skew your perspective on what success really looks like. Picture this. You're scrolling through social media, seeing snapshots of achievements and milestones, often polished and perfected for public viewing. It's like comparing your unedited footage to someone else's blockbuster movie. Remember, what you're seeing is the highlight reel, select moments chosen to showcase the best parts of someone's life, not the everyday struggles, setbacks, or the hard work behind those scenes. This can create a distorted reality where everyone else seems to be thriving while you feel stuck or inadequate. Instead of getting caught up in this comparison game, shift the focus back to yourself. Celebrate your own achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Set personal goals and track your progress. Each step forward, no matter the pace, is a victory in your own unique journey. Focus on your own journey, not someone else's. Scene script. Habit number 4 is neglecting self-care. When it comes to building confidence, taking care of both your body and mind is essential. It's easy to overlook, yet it's fundamentally important. Imagine trying to build a house without a solid foundation. It simply wouldn't stand up. Similarly, neglecting self-care can shake your confidence at its core. Regular exercise is not just about staying fit or managing weight. It's about clearing your mind and boosting your mood. It releases endorphins, known as feel-good hormones, which naturally elevate your sense of well-being and self-assurance. Adequate sleep is another pillar of self-care. Sleep rejuvenates the brain, sharpens focus, and improves decision-making. Without enough sleep, it's hard to feel confident when you're constantly feeling groggy and out of sorts. Incorporate simple practices like mindful meditation or even just taking a daily walk. These activities help maintain mental clarity and prevent the accumulation of stress. Take good care of your body and mind. They're your primary tools for success. Fifth on our list is not setting boundaries. Imagine pouring water into a cup without edges. It would just keep flowing away, right? Similarly, when we don't set boundaries in our personal and professional lives, our energy and time flow away, leaving us feeling drained and unappreciated. This lack of limits can lead to burnout and even resentment towards others, who seem to constantly demand more than we can provide. Setting boundaries is not about being selfish. It's about self-respect. Start by identifying what feels overwhelming or unacceptable in your interactions. Communicate these limits clearly to others, and don't be afraid to reinforce them if they're ignored. For instance, if you're often expected to stay late at work, you might say, "I need to leave by 6 o'clock to attend to personal commitments." It's essential to be firm and consistent. This clarity not only helps you manage your energy better, but also teaches others to respect your time and personal space. Remember, it's okay to say no. Habit 6 is constantly seeking external validation. It's human nature to desire acknowledgement and praise from others. However, when this becomes a relentless quest, it can chip away at one's self-confidence. Imagine living in a world where your worth is perpetually in the hands of others. Sounds exhausting, doesn't it? This dependency on external validation shifts the control of your self-esteem to the external world, rather than allowing it to flourish from within. The key to overcoming this habit is to start recognizing and celebrating your own achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Set personal goals that are meaningful to you and measure your progress against them, not someone else's. Learn to trust your judgment and appreciate your own efforts. By doing so, you cultivate a sense of self-approval that is far more rewarding and stable. Remember, seeking approval from others is like building your house on a foundation of sand. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Next is procrastination. Often, procrastination isn't just about being lazy. It's a complex beast that frequently stems from a lack of confidence in one's abilities. When tasks seem daunting, the fear of not doing them perfectly can lead to putting them off until the last minute. This, in turn, creates a cycle of stress and rushed, subpar outcomes that can further erode self-confidence. Think about it. The more you delay, the more daunting the task seems, and the less confident you feel about tackling it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy of doubt and delay. But how can you break free from the clutches of procrastination? One effective method is the Pomodoro technique. This involves working in focused bursts of 25 minutes, followed by 5-minute breaks. It's a simple yet powerful way to chip away at tasks without feeling overwhelmed. Remember, the key isn't just to plan, but to act. Start small, but start now. Habit 8 is not speaking up. Silence, while golden in some cases, can often be mistaken for agreement. When you don't voice your thoughts or concerns, others may assume you're perfectly fine with the way things are. This isn't just about big confrontations or dramatic moments. It's about those everyday situations where your input truly matters. Imagine sitting in a meeting and disagreeing with a proposed plan. If you say nothing, your team might move forward without considering a potentially better alternative that you had in mind. Here's where the power of assertiveness comes into play. Assertiveness isn't about being aggressive, rather it's about being honest and direct about your feelings and needs. Start small. Practice speaking up about minor things like suggesting a different restaurant to friends or asking a colleague for clarification on a project. Each small act of speaking out builds your confidence to handle bigger issues. Remember, every time you express your thoughts, you're not just contributing ideas, you're also valuing your own voice. Your voice matters, make it heard. Penultimate on our list is negative self-talk. It's that little voice inside your head that tells you you can't, you're not good enough, or why bother. Negative self-talk can be like a shadow following you around, casting doubt on your abilities and worth. But here's the twist. That voice is not the boss of you. Imagine your mind as a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds that can overrun it if left unchecked. Actively pull out these weeds by recognizing them as they appear. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? More often than not, you'll find the answer is no. Start planting more positive affirmations. Instead of saying, I can't handle this, try, I'll do the best I can. It's about shifting the narrative from criticism to encouragement. Remember, the way we speak to ourselves influences our feelings and behaviors significantly. So why not choose kindness? Speak to yourself like you would to someone you love. Finally, avoiding challenges. It might seem safer and more comfortable to stick to what you know, to tread the familiar paths and avoid the rocky ones. But here's a thought. When was the last time you felt a real sense of achievement by doing something that didn't challenge you at all? Avoiding challenges can lead to a life that feels stable but ultimately stagnant. Without new challenges, personal growth slows down, and self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to succeed, diminishes. Think of challenges as the nutrients needed for growth. Just as a muscle grows through the stress of exercise, so does your character and capability expand when tested by new experiences. Embracing challenges doesn't mean seeking out stress for its own sake. It means recognizing opportunities for growth and stepping forward to meet them, even if there's a risk of failure. After all, every failure is a stepping stone to success. Remember, growth begins where your comfort zone ends. We've covered the top 10 bad habits that can destroy your confidence. From the trap of overthinking, which paralyzes our actions, to the dangers of perfectionism that can set us up for constant disappointment. We explored how comparing ourselves to others can diminish our self-worth, and how neglecting self-care removes the foundation of a strong, confident mind. We also discussed the importance of setting boundaries to protect our energy, and how seeking external validation shifts control of our self-esteem to the outside world. Remember, procrastination only delays our success, and not speaking up prevents our voices from being heard. Engaging in negative self-talk is like having an internal enemy, and avoiding challenges keeps us from growing. By recognizing these habits and actively working to change them, you empower yourself to build a more confident and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Until next time, keep growing, keep thriving,